Hello, welcome back to the channel, Fulham and Beyond, episode 3, reviewing Fulham 0, Chelsea 1, and also a look ahead to the Manchester United game coming up. Joined as always by Kai. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you too?
Not too bad. Could have been better if we won the game against Chelsea, or at least got a point. But Fulham 0, Chelsea 1, and you have to say probably at the end of the day they deserved it as well.
Yeah, Chelsea did more for the win, I guess, and they have of course the power. And we were only with 10 people after the first half, basically. So it was more than a fight to keep maybe the nil, but at the end of the day, Chelsea did a good job in that case to score the winner.
Yeah, lineup was as follows. Didn't have too many changes, to be fair. We had Areola starting in goal as normal, 2 wing backs with Tate and Robinson, and the back 3 as normal, Aina, Anderson and Adebayo. Ruben Loftus-Cheek unable to play against his parent club, so he wasn't in the squad, wasn't available. So Lookman came into the team on the left in replace of him. Bobby Reed on the right, Reed and Anguissa in the midfield, and Cavallero up top. Confident start. We played quite well. I would say first 10-15 minutes we're passing the ball around quite well. We looked confident, looked assured like we have done in recent weeks. And then as soon as Mason Mount really hit the crossbar, had that big chance, it was kind of all Chelsea the rest of the first half and the game.
Yeah, but that was I was expecting this because we started quite well. Our formation was quite offensive as well. Yeah. And we did a good job. We wanted to surprise them a little bit, to put them under pressure, so to see how they react. Of course, we were unlucky to make like a goal maybe or something, but then when Chelsea starts rolling, they have the quality, to always like dominate the game. Yeah, but we did a good job defensively, so they didn't have so much big chances, I would say, in the first half, and we could have gone away with a point or even like maybe score even a goal in the first half when we would be a little bit more better at the counter attacks.
Yeah, we need to learn to score goals when we're on top of teams, because at the moment we're not scoring enough, and it's a problem as well when you're at the bottom of the league and you're not scoring enough goals. I mean, Cavallero has scored 2 goals this season in the Premier League. Bobby Reed has scored I think 4 or 5. Lookman has I think 1 or 2, I think Sheffield and Leicester. So we're not really scoring enough goals, but going forward we still look an attacking threat, which is good, and we play quite attacking football. The lineup is attacking, Lookman, Bobby Reed, Cavallero. It shows the intent to try and win and try and get something from the game, because like you said, we have nothing to lose in these games.
No, and we are not hiding. Yeah, that is the most important part. We try to create chances, even if it's not always working, but you can see the effort the team is putting in to create chances, and not just waiting to the chance to come to them. We're trying to make the chances happen. Yeah.
A big part of us making chances are our wing backs. So Tate and Robinson like to get forward quite a lot, which they put good crosses in, they make the play. Robinson obviously didn't survive the whole first half. At the end of the first half on 44 minutes, I don't know what he's thinking. He comes in with a mad lunge on top of the ball. You can say he gets the ball, but it was reckless, and the ref gave a red card straight away.
Yeah, you can give the red card, but when you give only yellow, it should be fine as well. Nobody would complain about that. But the thing is, this took place in just stupid time, right before halftime. Then an unnecessariness, totally unnecessary, and the part of the pitch it took place, there was no danger at all. We were attacking, and it happened at our best pace offensively. So we were like, after like I would say 30 minutes of dominance from Chelsea, we were like trying to attack as well, and then this happens, and that destroys your whole game plan basically.
It's frustrating because just before that as well, Cavallero had that massive chance. The ball comes into him, he miskicks it and it goes wide, and it really should have been 1-0. And right after that, we go down to 10 men. And Robinson's been one of our best players this season, so losing him is always a nightmare.
Of course, you could say maybe the red card cost us 1 point at least, but of course, when we like go with 11 players in the second half and we try to make a goal, Chelsea could have maybe done 2 or 3, with their contact players. But you never know. But I think, because it destroyed our game plan, avoid chances from Chelsea and then try to create own chances. Now we were just focused on defending, of course, because we don't have at every position the quality to compensate a loss.
I don't know what he's thinking in that tackle. Like you say, he's in the Chelsea area, in almost their corner flag. They're going nowhere, and he comes in flying with this tackle. Down to 10 men, and then the second half, really, it was pretty much attack versus defence. It was like a training session. I mean, Chelsea were just holding on to the ball, dominating the ball. I wouldn't say creating too many clear-cut chances, but they were definitely the more dominant team all the way up until the goal.
We tried to escape from the danger zone, but you could see that we were not able to it, because Chelsea did a good job defensively as well. they pressed very high, yeah, and then of course tried to force a goal. Yeah, we were a little bit unlucky because even the goal they scored in the 70th,
Yeah,
2 minutes,
Yeah.
2 minutes, it comes right after an error from Areola, who
Yeah.
are basically our backbone in the last few games.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. Yeah, but
And it was a big mistake from Areola, to be fair. I can't criticise him because he's been so good this season. Like, he saved us so many points, so many crucial saves. But the ball comes in, he flaps at it, he pushes it, instead of pushing it over for safety for a corner or out somewhere else, he pushes it back into the danger zone, and there's Mason Mount to volley it straight in. He won't be happy with it.
I think he did it because he didn't saw Mount, because he was like coming, and he just saw like maybe 3 or 4 white shirts there. That's why he thought it may be a good idea to put it there, so maybe we can start a counter attack. Maybe the intention was good, but as a goalkeeper, always have to try to keep it safe.
Yeah. Well, after that, Robinson's now going to be banned for 3 games because I don't think we're going to appeal. Your opinion, you said it was a yellow before. Would you still reckon it was a yellow if you look at it back? Or do you understand the red?
No, I can understand that it was a red card. Yeah, because normally you should even like punish the stupidity to make a foul at that position at the pitch at that time. Normally that's worth a red card. Yeah? Because there's no need to do it. Even to attack him, there's no need because there's nobody. There's no danger. It's almost half time, just to keep.
Literally.
Yeah. And you can give a red card. But when you compare to other red cards who are given in the league this year, it's like a orange card.
Yeah.
It can be an orange card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you can understand if you give a red, but if you gave a yellow, you wouldn't be like, oh my god, it should have been a red.
Yeah, exactly.
Debatable. I want to shout out one person. I think Ola Aina did really well because when Robinson got sent off, Ola Aina went to left wing back and Bobby Decadovary dropped to right wing back.
Yeah.
Aina's now played right wing back for us, he's played right centre back for us, and now he's played left wing back for us, and another solid performance.
Yeah, and even he in second half tried to push the team a little bit forward to the attacking mode. It doesn't happen that good, but he tried to. You could see it that he wanted to push forward to try to create something. Yeah, and he defended well as everyone else, except for the goal. To be honest,
he did come off at the end. Joe Bryan came on, worked hard. Kamara come on, worked hard. Onuma come on, worked hard. But there was no real impact.
No.
The bench was very, I would say, I don't want to be harsh, but it was quite weak for a Premier League game. There was no real impact player to have on the bench to bring on.
Because you don't have one.
That's the thing.
In my opinion. You have good decent players, role players on the bench. But when you are in need of a player who can make an impact when you're trailing by 1 or even by 2, who come on the pitch, who push the teams forward, and if a threat is to try to be a threat for the opponent. Yeah? We don't have that. Yeah.
That's what Lookman happened against Spurs. Lookman come on, he did that.
Yeah, exactly. When you have a player like Lookman or even like a striker, it doesn't matter if it's like a striker or midfielder. When you have a player who can always create something by his own, that would be a good addition. Even that's why we're saying it would be nice to have like maybe another striker.
Yeah.
Or if at least maybe another offensive midfielder who can play striker on the bench as well. Or at least we have a backup or another option.
Yeah, because I think Kamara on the bench, I mean, I don't want to be harsh and say he's not good enough because he has played in Premier League before for us, but it's just not an inspiring substitution. If Mitrovic was fit, he would have come on for sure.
Yeah.
But again, he's not been fit, and this is why we need a striker desperately in January. We need to sign a striker.
Yeah.
Because even Mitrovic, when he's fit, he hasn't really performed to the level we know.
Yeah, even a game like this, Mitrovic wouldn't be a lot of help because of his playing style. Yeah, you need a fast counter player, and because Chelsea is dominating the game, have the ball all the time. So you need like long balls and try to do something with the counter attacks. And Mitrovic is not the kind of player you can just put the ball long and he goes after it.
Yeah. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was a miss as well, I thought, because I thought he did well against Tottenham. Unlucky, it was the rules. He couldn't play against Chelsea, but I feel like we missed him in the midfield really because he gives another dimension. He can hold the ball as well. He could start attacks.
Especially after the red card, because Anguissa was too busy with the defensive work.
Yeah.
There was no more energy left to do so much offensively, and that is where normally Loftus-Cheek comes in place. To create to close the gaps in the midfield. Between defensive and offensively, and maybe try to create some chances as well.
Otherwise it was just Cavallero working hard.
But
he worked hard though. He did well, and as I say, I think Chelsea just deserved to win at the end of the day.
Definitely.
From that game, like I said, Robinson got a 3-game ban, so he'll be now missing for next game against Man United, FA Cup against Burnley, and the Brighton game, I believe, which is the one after. Bobby Decadova-Reid as well got 5 yellow. It's his 5th yellow card, so he'll also be suspended. So a big miss as well because he's done well this season.
Yeah,
Top
definitely.
scorer.
Yeah, but I hope that Mitrovic is coming back. Yeah, at least we have another striker option here when the Kovacic cannot play. Loftus-Cheek can come back in the team, and for Robinson you have Wine, so it's a decent backup.
Yeah.
So we don't have to be worried about that, and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's been with us for a long time,
Yeah.
so he knows his role. Next game is obviously, like we said, Man United. We are now 4 points from safety, so the results didn't really go for us on the weekend. West Brom picking up a win against Wolves 3-2. Brighton winning at the best team in the country, Leeds 1-0. And us not picking up any points against Chelsea. So 4 points from safety. Next game, Man United. Tough. But what I've seen against Tottenham and what I've seen against Chelsea, we can play against Man United and think we can have a chance.
And I think even we play better against these teams because we don't have to make the game. Yeah, we have less possessions, and the results in the past show us that when we have less possessions, we are more successful. Yeah, because our playing style switched when we play against these teams, but it's a good thing, and we can compete definitely. And even if we won't be so unlucky against Chelsea, we could even get away with a point.
Yeah.
So then you have like 2 points against the top 2 matches, and then even your confidence level is even more high when you go to the match to Manchester United.
Yeah. I think it shows a good togetherness that we kept it tight all the way until the goal.
Yeah.
So I think the confidence will still be high. Even after losing their game to Chelsea, we'll still be on a high going into Man United. Watching them last night, they looked pretty flat against Liverpool. 0-0, tough game for them. But they are still top of the league. Man City play tomorrow, so if Man City win their game, they will be top.
But still have a game in hand.
Yeah, exactly. So by the time Man United come to the Cottage on Wednesday, 8:15, they might be first, they might be second. Most likely second if City do the business. But Man United have not lost away from home this season.
Yeah, that's true. But they didn't went to the Cottage yet. Yeah, so it's always a hard crowd, you know.
Yeah.
Even if there are no fans, you know, nobody wants to play at the Cottage.
Definitely not, mate.
It's a fortress, basically.
The fortress on the Thames. They've been unbeaten in 12 games as well. We lost our unbeaten streak. Obviously, we had 6 and now we've lost. So Man United now unbeaten in 12. So they'll come in riding high. Top players. You don't think they're that much of a threat pushing for the top 4 this season?
Maybe some people will say I'm deluded that I think that. But what I see from them, how they're playing, even if the games they are winning, of course, a good team should win every game. It doesn't matter how good they are playing. Yeah, I get it. They have the team to be like always on top of the league. Yeah, they have the quality. But for me, how they're playing and the coaching, I don't see Solskjaer as a good coach. I don't know why. It's just my impression. And for me, they're more like pretenders than contenders. Yeah. I think they're gonna fall down. Even if they improved a lot lately, but in my opinion, they are one of the weakest top teams. Yeah, so-called top teams.
Yeah, the top of the league.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying maybe some people just don't agree with me. But when I watch the games, how the players are performing and interact with each other,
like a false position, you're saying?
The false position, and they are like, I don't feel the team spirit in the team when they're playing, even if they're winning. You know what I mean? There's a lot of discussion always around. Of course, it's normal in a top team like this, yeah. And the coach, for me, it looks like he's just a coach on paper. I can't see his. He didn't have like a philosophy. I can't see Solskjaer's what he wants to do with the team.
Yeah.
How should they play?
Yeah,
you can't see that because they
I
always
agree,
play like very differently. Of course, they're winning, so can't complain about it. But when you really want to succeed in the Premier League, you need a philosophy. What you can follow, where you can see it on the pitch. To compete, in my opinion. Yeah. Even if they're top of the league, they are 12 matches unbeaten. They did everything right. You can't say anything else because it's like not a perfect streak, but they didn't lost, so you can't complain about it. But I can't see it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just can't see it.
Deluded, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Delusional.
But you hear first.
Yeah. They're not going to make. You said they finished 7th.
They're not going to make the Champions League, definitely.
You think they'll finish 7th in the league, Man United?
I think they're going to finish 7th, but even if they're wrong there, they definitely don't make it for the Champions League. You heard it here first.
Guys, Stradamus, mate. But yeah, we said before the Spurs game, you said to me that if we take 4 points from Spurs, Chelsea, Man United, you'd be happy. I would be happy as well. We've taken 1 from Spurs, didn't take any from Chelsea. So if we beat Man United, that would be the 4 points.
Yeah.
It's a tough ask, though, to be fair.
To be honest, before these 3 matches, when someone say 1 point, you would say, yeah, it's alright. You wouldn't, you know.
It is what it is, you know.
Yeah, you know what it is. It's alright, you know. When you lost all 3, nobody would like surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the point already, and what makes me confident is how we play in the, you know, because still now there's still a lot of improvement. We improve from game to game to game.
Yeah.
So we didn't reach our limit now yet. You know what I mean? So if we can even perform a little bit better against Manchester United, why we shouldn't be able to win there?
Yeah.
Of course, it's maybe like a little bit overconfident now, but I think when we do the right thing to play like we play against Spurs, yeah. Of course, when we don't make any defensive errors or whatever, yeah, that can always cost you a game. Yeah, but when we just play constantly defensively, we are standing good, keeping the opponent away from our goal and try to create chances of our own. I think a win is more possible than against maybe Brighton the next week after.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the playing style is different and the top teams' playing style suited us better, in my opinion. We look better.
We look better when we don't have the ball, don't we?
Yeah.
Like defensively, we're okay, which is
Yeah.
amazing because it was completely different last season.
Yeah.
So, as I said, Bobby Deckard over Reed and Robinson suspended. So most likely Ruben Loftus-Cheek will come back into the team.
Yeah.
Joe Bryan as well at left back. Loftus-Cheek, happy to see him back. Played well against Tottenham. Hopefully he can dominate the midfield as well. Tough ask, but we do have. If we play the midfield 3 again of Loftus-Cheek, Reed, and Gieser, there's a lot of fight. There's a lot of grit, and there's a lot of big lads in that midfield to play against the Pogbas, the Bruno Fernandes, Matic, McTominay, Fred, whoever they want to play in the midfield. We do have a midfield, not on the ball ability-wise as good, but for fight, we match them probably in the midfield.
100%, because you need to take away the fun then, especially Popka or Fernandes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't say make fouls, but try to that they don't like to play against you. You know what I mean? Then they make errors by their own. You know what I mean? So we have the midfield for it. And Gieser is so far the best performer.
Yeah.
Like even like in the Premier League, in the top 10 of players, how he's played. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because he does a lot of dirty work. You know what maybe some people don't see, but he goes for a lot of balls, try to create chances as well. And then you have like some support from Loftus-Cheek, and then we can do something there.
Yeah. The last time we beat Man United was December 2009. 3-0 win, great day, but Man United 12 unbeaten in all competitions against Fulham now. So it is a tough game, but it will be Wednesday, 8:15 p.m. I'm glad to get this fixture out the way, really, because, like you said, we had Tottenham, then Chelsea, then Man United. When you look at those 3 games, no one would have been surprised if we got 0 points.
Yeah, exactly.
But we've got 1 on the board, which deservedly we got 1. And even if we had drawn against Chelsea, we would have deservedly got a point from that as well, I would have said, because we actually were in the game until the goal. Obviously, we played more defensive, and it was attack versus defense.
Yeah.
But you could have said if we got a point, they deserved it.
Yeah.
So against Man United, if we go there and if they come here and we hold them to a draw, it's a good result.
Definitely.
And then we have winnable games against Brighton and West Brom coming up as well. So big game. Wednesday, 8:15. That's about it really from the review and the preview.
Yeah.
And let us know in the comments what you think, guys. If you have any thoughts about what's going to happen in the Man United game, any thoughts about what happened in the Chelsea game, and we'll see you in episode 4.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thank you.